Be Vocal is a campaign that is spreading the awareness for mental health.
Major depression and anxiety.
I also struggled a lot with anxiety.
Yeah, so I got to the point where I went a bit mad. I was completely suicidal.
60% living in
Okay, so, yes, I am in a garage, but you just have to have budget cuts sometimes. So, okay, so mental health has been on the news a lot lately, whether it's been for the sanity of someone, a movement,
Vote on the university-mandated leave of absence.
or to question the motives of an individual.
Now suggested a possible motive.
We hear about mental health rising, and that's more prominent in our school and our society. But why now? Why are students facing more mental health related struggles? Why isn't there more advertisement for mental health?
Why don't we find out?
And so with that, our journey began, and we started with one of our school teachers, Mr. Wilm.
Well, the philosophy really centers in on a framework for health and well-being. A lot of times we give and we give and we give. We give to our families, we give to our friends, we give to our teachers. And sometimes we feel hollowed out because we've given so much. And people have to realize that, you know, they need to make themselves number one before giving, which means you have to follow things as when you are stressed. Ground yourself in the here and now. You know, the past is over. Stop reaching to the past and dragging that baggage forward with you. The future isn't even here yet. It's undecided. Worrying about it simply isn't going to help. In my class, it seems like there are more students that do have some issues that have to be dealt with. A lot of them are general anxiety disorder or generalized anxiety. That's the most common, and it also reflects what's happening to us as a nation. The reported cases that nationally have gone up. Our school right now is above 20% of students have sought some kind of assistance for mental health issues in general.
We were intrigued by this, so we decided to interview 3 students and asked them the same question. What advice would you give to yourself or others to better your mental health?
Talk to an adult, especially in your school, if the problems you have emotionally and mentally are affecting your academic life. Talk to adults, talk to your teachers, because your teachers are generally really good people and they will want to help you out.
Or if you're not comfortable talking to any teachers, talk to your friends about it. Be open with them and see what kind of advice they can give, and just honestly having someone to talk to, even if it's not someone who will give you like professional help, is always very useful.
I would tell myself that who cares what other people think, and as long as you're happy with yourself, who really cares? If you are being the best person in your mind, like if I'm being the best person that I personally can be, and that means that I don't really have that many friends, in my mind that's oh well, I'd rather be by myself and be happy with myself than be unhappy but have friends. So I tell myself that don't worry if you're going to be alone, because eventually you'll find the right people.
It'd be wonderful, I think, if we had something that we had back here in the 90s, where there was a program, it was through the Pioneer Center, that if you were having issues but you just didn't have the funds to pay, there were public funds that supported the organization and supported the therapists so that people could go and get extra help. But at the time, it was a wonderful benefit for the people that lived in the community that we now are missing.
We then decided to visit a professional therapist to get her view on mental health. Her name is Nicole Coniglio, and she had an amazing dog.
We have the physiological part where you are
hormones are messing with you. You sometimes wake up and everything's just wrong. You're already defeated by the time you leave your apartment, your house. And then there's also social pressures, academic pressures, pressures of knowing where you're gonna go with your life. And I feel like that it's taking the human element out of being a human.
1 in 10 Americans today is depressed. The land of opportunity apparently offering a lot of opportunity for misery.
You should be better, more. You should have done this differently. Or you could have done this, that. We go to bed so defeated. I can't imagine today, with even social media, the pressures of outwardly being okay when internally you're going crazy. You're going a million miles a minute in 6 different directions.
Do you believe it's hard for individuals to seek help nowadays, especially adolescents?
Oh yeah, because there is the stigma that it's not okay to not be okay.
15 million kids, most of whom don't get help.
That if I present myself as a human, which being a human being is to be flawed, to be fragile, to be perfectly imperfect, to make mistakes. I just want, is it going?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I just want to make sure that there was one more point I wanted to bring up, is that as an adolescent, you're experiencing a ton of firsts. Your first breakup, your first loss, your first embarrassing experience, your first anything basically, and it's devastating. Like, your entire world is thrown up into a loop because of this one experience that might have been negative.
Over the course of human history, mental health has had a tough start. Whether they are locked up, hidden away, or just not accepted, people with mental health issues suffered. But as of recently, there's been a new wave of acceptance and understanding. Why? We asked ourselves the same question. There's so many reasons that all come together to make humans more open to the idea. But mainly, we've changed, we've grown, we've learned to accept it so much more. We see celebrities open up about it. We see singers talk about it at concerts. We see movie stars talk about it at interviews. We see YouTubers make videos about it. And we start to see our friends and family talk about it. And that's something worth talking about.